All right, we are live. Hey, everyone. I'm Charlotte Smith of 3 Cow Marketing, and I am here today with Chelsie Boles because Chelsie is one of our marketing students who's taken my marketing course. And as you know, registration is open for this week only. So I wanted you to hear from some of the students what they have to say. So, Chelsie, tell us again your name, your farm name, your website, and tell us what all you raise, because I know you do a few things.
Okay. Well, I'm Chelsie Boles, and our farm is called the Grazing Life, and we are in Dryden, Michigan. And my website is thegrazinglife.com. And currently we raise broilers in the summer and layers all year round. We do maple syrup as well. And I was doing a garden, but I'm learning that I need to cut back on some things right now. So we won't be doing big vegetable market garden this year, but we have in the past.
Yeah, great. And you have not just a husband, but 3 young kids too. Tell us their ages, because I want everyone to know that to be able to see someone who is making it work.
Yes, so I have a 4-year-old, 4.5, I guess now, an almost 3-year-old, and a 5-month-old, and 3 girls too. By the way, we call it the lady farm because everybody's a girl except my husband. So it's fun, but yeah. So they keep me busy, but I try to keep. I'm really coming back to the program, and I'm really excited it's starting right now again because I need to get back in and
Yeah.
restart, get fresh again.
Come back from maternity leave and hit the books.
Yes, exactly. That's what I've been calling it.
So tell me a little bit, tell us all, what did your marketing look like before you found the course? Like what was going on that made you think you needed some help?
Oh, what marketing? I mean, really, like word of mouth. I was just like telling people about us, and people would be interested, and then it was a dead end like that. And I didn't have a website really. I mean, we owned our site name and all that stuff, but it was such a daunting thing. It was such a dead end. Everything was a dead end, and I couldn't understand why I couldn't sell more stuff to people, but I couldn't make a connection with them. So I had no marketing. But I am more of a people person, I think, than a lot of the students say that they feel like they are. I like to get out there and talk to people, and that's my thing. I don't like the behind the scenes stuff as much. So that's my challenge. So when I found the program, it was kind of like I knew I needed this, but I didn't really want to be ready for it yet, And when I got into it, it was mind blowing. Like all the things that were available to really push us out there, get people connected.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just making sure our tech is working, which it is.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So and I just want to remind everyone, course is open, registration till Friday, and the link is in the description of the video if you want to read more. But I love what you said, because a lot of people say when they get inside class, like they had no idea there would be so much information. I even have people who have master's degrees in marketing who say we never learned this in college. So
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about what was helpful to you. What did you like?
I think my favorite thing that helped me was knowing the customer and that they were more important than me. And that was something that I just never thought about. I thought on the website I was supposed to talk all about me, and that's how I was going to connect. And when I started down the path of figuring out who my ideal customer was, it was really mind-blowing that I had no idea. Like I thought I knew until I started asking the questions and doing the work, and I was like, wait, that's not who I thought it was. And now I feel like lost, like I have to go back and refigure this out. But I think that was the most eye-opening thing for me initially.
And a lot of people say that. And one thing you don't know yet, but in module 1, I've added a video of me interviewing my ideal customer, because a lot of
cool.
people say, well, I don't really even know what to talk to them about. So I'm all about, here, watch me do it. And then here's the list of questions. Now you can go to do it too. So
Yeah.
speak a little bit to that. How did you like, this feedback for me as much as anyone, but how'd you like the examples, and how did you find the material to learn from it?
Oh, I mean, the examples were so helpful because I didn't really know what I was looking for. And you have all the questions set up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I basically just copied and pasted that. Maybe a couple things I switched out. But I feel like without that, I wouldn't have been brave enough to do it, or done it as successfully.
Mm-hmm.
Like I needed those questions because I wasn't thinking that way before.
So it gave you confidence.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what's your marketing look like today? How has it grown since you've been in class? And when did you join? Did you join a year ago?
Yes.
Or so? That's what I think.
Yeah. So it would have been the spring of
Yep.
last year, the first of the year session. So like I said, I had nothing. I had no marketing whatsoever. And now, my website is really awesome. Like I put a lot of time into it. And I'm that person that, like, I know you can do it really fast, but I was an art teacher. I'm an art person. So of course I had to like make sure it was exactly what I wanted and what I envisioned. And being able to see other farmers' websites that are in the group that were ahead of me was so helpful, because then I could kind of get a vision of where I was going with it and what was going to be the best way to connect with my customers, even though they weren't the same as what the other farmers were, connecting necessarily. But I get so many compliments on my website because to quote, it looks so legit. And I'm like, well, yeah, like that's the point. I'm trying to run a real business here. And I don't know that it would be that awesome without this group. Because of all the examples and being able to talk to other people even, about their websites. And
so talk a little bit about, because one of the bonuses in the group is we have this mastermind community, which there's a new community this year, which is even better, on a better platform. And
I'm so excited for that.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about how important it is to your ability to learn marketing in this setting, to have that group of people where it's not just me telling you what to do. I mean, I teach the material, and then talk a little bit about that support and what that meant for you.
I want to say that might be the most bang for my buck aspect, because I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but I love that I can go and talk to other people that are going through the same thing as me, or have already gone through the same thing that I'm going through. And, as a farmer, it's pretty lonely. You're in the middle of nowhere half the time, and you're with animals, and you don't have a lot of people that you connect with. And how many people are farming? We're spread out so far. So to be able to just hop on my computer and check out what other people are doing, or like actually maybe meet up with some people, I'm so grateful for that community that I always wanted, but I didn't know how I could achieve that, being in the middle of nowhere.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. That's great. Love it. Plus you see, it gives, I see the hope and the confidence that, there's someone just like me who's farming with 3 kids, and they had this same struggle, their tractor broke down, and so you're commiserating together and lifting each other up together.
Yes. So. And I also really love that we're not all the same kind of everybody's kind of the same farmer in the fact that we're direct marketing, right? We're not a commodity farmer, and but to see other types of farms and farmers and what they're doing. Like Lori in Michigan is,
Yeah.
I'm so inspired by her. It's like, she's so great. And she's sort of where I want to be, and I'm with 3 kids, I'm getting there a little bit slower, but that's so helpful to see where she's gone. And
what I've noticed is, because we have flower farmers and vegetable farmers and, maple syrup and all animals and breeding stock. And some people are selling wool. I mean, there's every type of farming imaginable in every different location in the world almost. So it's so neat to see the inspiration from, you do not have to just get inspiration from other poultry farmers. You're getting inspiration from flower farmers. And I mean, I've done that on my own farm. I get inspiration from so many other businesses that translates too.
And I think it speaks to the program, is that how it connects all of us. It's like, it's all the same. It doesn't matter what you're selling, that's like going to, you don't really know what you're selling. You're selling something different than chicken,
Yeah. But when you sell that relationship, it wouldn't matter. I mean, do you feel this, that now that you have learned how to connect with your ideal customer, that if you had to change to a different kind of farm next month, all those people would follow you? Do you feel that way? Because I know that too. Yeah.
And they tried to, like, sometimes they'll be like, well, maybe you should do this too. And like, then I can come out more. And, like,
when you have that connection with them, they do that. They want more of you. They want more. They want to be around you more because you exude that, and your website exudes that and connects with people. Awesome.
Yes.
Now, tell us, how do you sell your products? Do people come to your farm, or are you at markets, or how do you sell?
So we're kind of in a gray area right now, but we encourage people to come to the farm. I am working on that being the sole way for us to get to our customer. But we do drop points, and we have like this wonderful girl, they live about 50 minutes away. And so a lot of our customers are that far. And so before Farm Marketing from the Heart, we were kind of bending over backwards for the customer and, doing these deliveries and stuff. And we still do this drop point. And it's great because I get to meet everybody, and they come and talk, and we chat, and they get their stuff. And it's really quick. But otherwise they just come to the farm. And we do have like another place that you can pick up if it's more convenient.
Yeah.
So my husband is very he wants to do everything for the customer. And it's been a little slow for him to grasp the idea that they want to come to us, and that's who our ideal customer, is. It's kind of like the price change thing. I have to just pull the plug,
Yeah. Lay down the law.
Yeah. Right. And so it's tough, especially since the majority of our sales right now are at the drop point. So
well, and you can teach your customer, now that you've learned how to build this relationship with them through all the stuff we share with you on that, you can teach them to find you wherever you are. They'll drive an hour one way to get you.
Well, and it's so funny. I've connected with a couple new customers, and they're definitely my ideal customer. And I was just shocked that they were like, well, I'll come to the farm. And before, I was always like, where can I meet you? How can I get to you? And they were like, I'll come to the farm. I would love to come to the farm.
Yeah.
And I don't have a farm store yet. So it's just out of the garage kind of thing right now.
But weigh that against packing your 3 kids up in the car. I've been there.
And oh my gosh, yes, I know.
All right. So with just a few minutes left, I would love for you to talk about, not for me, but for anybody watching who's on the fence, do I really need a marketing course? What would you say to them? And then number 2, give them, you don't have to give us numbers, but how has, because ultimately we work this hard because we want to make money. So
Right.
what can you attribute to, like, since we took the course, we've definitely increased our profits by this percentage or something? Talk to that. Why should they take this class, and what has it done for you guys specifically?
I mean, I've said this so many times that this is the best investment I've put into my farm other than buying the actual farm, because we just had no idea how to connect to the people that we were trying to help, because we ultimately came into this to help people, honestly. But we also want to, be profitable doing that. And I just, as far as before farm marketing from the heart to after, I mean, I don't have an exact percentage, but it would be just like a few friends and family members that it would be a consistent, customer, where now I have, 20 or 30 customers that are constantly coming to me, and, buying my product and like checking in on me. How's your baby? Like, how, just that relationship that I've created beyond just the profitable part, is worth every single dime that I spent on the marketing program. So I think, yes, everybody needs a marketing something like that. You can't, I wouldn't be where I am, and I'm not even where I want to be yet. But I'm still like so excited to be able to go back and to keep doing the class, because you miss things, and there is so much information. And I mean, if you can do it one time and you're done, like, that's awesome. But I needed to be able to go back and to do it again, and even maybe redoing my ideal customer, all these things can be fine tuned.
Yeah. One of the neat things is, in case anyone's watching that doesn't know, is once you buy the class, you have access to it forever.
Right.
You can jump in there any day on your own and study something or revisit it. Or I teach it twice a year. So, class opens Monday and you're going to be taking class for the third time, maybe.
Yep.
And yeah, since marketing is developmental, there are things you learned the first time and you weren't ready for the things you're going to learn this time through,
Right.
Plus, I always add what's new and, what's working today that wasn't working a year ago, so that's why we've got some new things in there almost every time I teach it too. So
Yeah.
cool. Well, okay. So we are just like right on time. I want everyone to
Perfect.
have a great, they can stop, have a cup of tea, watch this video, and then be done. I appreciate you being here, telling everyone. I, like you, started teaching marketing to help farmers. When I grew up, my dad went broke when I was 14. We lost everything. I saw every farm implement we owned, tractors, hoes, shovels, sold
So
out.
heartbreaking.
Yeah, in our barnyard sale. And so when I started my farm, it was like, that will never happen to my children. And I love being able to share with all you guys. So I love, that's why I'm sharing your story today, so that others can know that there is help out there. So spread the word. Anyway,
Yes.
Chelsie Boles, thanks for being here. You are the grazinglife.com,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see you in class next
Thank
Monday.
you so much for having me. I really enjoyed talking to you
Of
and
course.
sharing this. I'm always sharing this. I mentioned before, I met a farmer in an airport, and I was like, you need to take this class.
That's cool. I really appreciate it, because farmers don't deserve to live, at the poverty line. We deserve to be able to send our kids to college and drive something other than a 20-year-old car,
Right.
So,
Yep.
yeah. Good. Well, thank you so much for being here. And I really appreciate it. I'll let you get back to visiting with your friends, and I'll see you in class next week. And if anyone else has any questions about farm marketing from the heart or registration, let me know. I'm here all week. All right. Bye, Chelsie.
Bye. Bye, Charlotte.